Hispanic Heritage Advisory Board, it is an absolute pleasure to welcome you to the 17th Annual Community Breakfast.
Yes, you can clap. A special thank you today for our event sponsors, City of Aurora, the Dunham Fund, West Aurora School District 129, Rush Copley Medical Center, Alderman of the First Ward, Emmanuel Llamas, and La Chicanita Bakery. Thank you.
It is truly a privilege to be gathered here to honor academic excellence and community service. Today, we recognize the talented recipients of the 2019 College Scholarships, Youth Leadership, Essay, Poster, and Coloring Contest winners. To our winners here today, we say, your hard work and determination are truly inspiring. And to those special people who have lent their inspiration, guidance, encouragement to launch and support you on your journey. The mothers, fathers, grandparents, siblings, and teachers, to you, we say thank you. Gracias.
We would like to recognize all the community leaders present with us today. So when you hear your name, please stand and be recognized. Alderman Bill Donnell. State's Attorney Joe McMahon. The Honorable Judge of Kane County, Elizabeth Flood. State Representative Stephanie Kifowitz. Alderman Judd Lofty. State Representative and our keynote speaker for this morning, Karina Villa. With the Kane County Sheriff's Office, Judy Dawson. Congressman Bill Foster. Alderman Emmanuel Llamas. Mayor of the City of Aurora, Richard C. Irvin. State Representative and Hispanic Board Member, Barbara Hernandez. With Kane County, Teresa Barrero. East Aurora School Board, Alex Arroyo. East Aurora School Board, Dan Barrero. With Kane County, Monica Silva. Alderman Ed Bugg. Elgin Council, Corey Dixon. With the West Aurora School Board, Ira Latin. East Aurora School Board President, Annette Johnson. And if your name was not announced, please also stand and be recognized. Any other dignitaries, elected officials? All right, we got everybody. Good. Thank you so much for your support. Also, we do have a 50-50 raffle occurring today. So we have two of our board members that will be selling raffle tickets. It is 50-50, so you keep 50 and the rest of it goes to the Hispanic Board for our scholarship fund. So all the proceeds of any of our events go directly to the scholarships that we're presenting today and also for future scholarships. So thank you for your support.
So to everyone present this beautiful, non-rainy day, thank you for all sharing your morning with us. Your presence here fortifies one of our main goals, and that is to acknowledge and encourage our youth in their educational pursuits.
Now, if we can ask all of you to please rise as we have a presentation for our Pledge of Allegiance and National Anthem. Here to recite our Pledge of Allegiance are two of our student winners today. First, we have Dia Jane from Gambert Elementary and Anissa Ibarra from Fred Rogers Magnet Academy.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic of which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much.
Good morning. How are you?
And now please welcome Nathaniel Mojica from Waldo Middle School as he sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thank you, Nathaniel. Good job. You can please be seated. As a special added attraction this morning, we'd like to ask one of our scholarship recipients to join us on stage for a special speech performance. Alejandra Campillo of Wabanzi Valley High School. Last fall, Alejandra competed in the MIGVA Soapbox Challenge, where many of her colleagues competed and shared their original speeches on issues that matter to them. Alejandra was voted by her. Welcome Alejandra as she performs her speech on the Latino Achievement Gap.
In a nation with almost 300 million people, Latinos represent approximately 1/4 of that population. And within that quarter, only 36% attend college or university. And within that 36%, only 15% are represented in the top 500 colleges and universities in the United States. So what does that mean? That there is a problem. And when we analyze this issue, we can look at many factors, such as the fact that the majority of Latinos are low-income, first-generation college students with parents who may not speak English or have the finances to afford the expenses of affording a college degree. So what's the solution? I believe it's education. And education not only in the context of investing into our low-income schools, but education in investing into our children and creating bridges, not barriers, to affording the college process. I want Latino kids to be told that they can be lawyers, doctors, engineers, and whatever they dream of, regardless of their background. And establishing a foundation for an appreciation of obtaining a college degree shouldn't begin in high school, but instead in elementary school, when we have career day or when we ask kids, what do you want to be when you're older? When I dream, I see a world with a Latino or Latina president. I see a world where Latinos are free of the stereotype that we're lazy or criminals. And if we tell our children that they can do and be whatever they want, regardless of their background, if we build bridges, not barriers, to the college education process, I know that my dreams can become a reality. Thank you.
Thank you, Alejandra.
Hopefully everybody's enjoying breakfast. It is an honor to introduce a distinguished guest, a man who values educational pursuits and the only PhD physicist in Congress, an advocate of forward-thinking approaches to some of the country's more pressing issues. It is my honor to welcome on stage Congressman Bill Foster.
Thank you, and thank you all for being here. You know, it's so rare that I get to announce something good coming out of Washington, D.C. But it was 9 years ago when I last had the chance to vote in favor of the DREAM Act. And for the next 9 years, and it failed in the Senate then. And for the next 9 years, we've been struggling even to get a vote for it. And last week, we got a vote for it, and we passed the DREAM Act. And I can't predict whether we'll have success this time in the United States Senate, but I know that we will keep fighting. And all of those 9 years, the real fight is for the next generation of achievement. And that is why I want to congratulate every one of our recipients and especially their families for the support they've given to make that achievement possible. We are strengthening the chain of achievement that is the real measure of progress in the Hispanic community here, and one reason I'm so proud to represent Aurora. So thank you all, especially our recipients here, and also our new representatives. Our keynote speaker is now, I guess joining, there's now a chain of achievements in Aurora. We see Linda Chapelavia working to represent the entire state of Illinois. And in behind her, we're seeing Barb Hernandez and Karina coming up. And that chain of increasing achievement only happens with the support of families and the entire community. So thank you again.
The next distinguished guest and friend that I have the honor of introducing, a man whose determination, vision, and leadership propels the city of Aurora to greater heights each day. A man who wholeheartedly believes in education and believes that making our schools strong and vibrant will ensure that our community will continue to excel and grow. The 59th Mayor of the City of Aurora, the Honorable Richard C. Urban.
Today's motto is reaching for the stars. That's what we're all doing. We're reaching for the stars. Having said that, I have to recognize one more person that wasn't on the list, and that's Dr. Jennifer Norell, the superintendent of East Aurora School District. Stand up, Dr. Norell. Now, I'm not hating on no other school districts. I'm just saying, East Aurora is where I come from, and I got to get some love in the house when I get an opportunity to. And another reason that's important to recognize Dr. Rail and East Aurora is they educate many of our young Latino students, many of that I'll mention in my speech this morning. And it's important that we always reach for the stars and provide for the administration as well as the youth to help all our kids succeed. So with that, good morning. Good morning. And congratulations to the Aurora Hispanic Advisory Board on another packed community breakfast. Every year we come here and we see that there are just more and more tables, more and more people. It's difficult, unless you get here early in the morning, which I never do. You know, it's difficult to find a parking spot out there in the back, and I think some of y'all might understand what I'm talking about. You've been going 17 years strong, and it's getting better and better each year. Congratulations to all the award winners today. We appreciate your service to Aurora in general, and to the Latino community in particular. Congratulations to all the students who are receiving awards today, as well as a special congratulations to our high school graduates and current college students who are receiving scholarships. You make us all proud. Aurora was recently named the #1 city in the country to live the American dream. Due to our access to opportunity and our diversity, inclusion, and many other factors, our city has become the standard of those who want to say and use the theme, reach for the stars. It is like young students like Nate Mahica, who I met 2 years ago during a summer visit at City Hall. He told me that he wanted to sing, and he has performed dozens of times at city events, including today. I affectionately call him Nate Dogg. Nate Mahica is reaching for the stars. It is young leaders like Roberto Science, who interned for the City of Aurora Law Department this year. Born and raised on Aurora's east side, he graduated from East High. I'm gonna ask y'all to give that up right quick. Graduated from East High. He graduated from Southern Illinois University. And just 2 weeks ago, he graduated with his law degree from John Marshall Law School. Come on. There's more. And what is even more amazing is that during his graduation, it was his very own cousin who presented him his law degree. Another young lawyer, Fatima Garcia, also an East High graduate and John Marshall Law School graduate, passed the baton. Both Roberto and Fatima are reaching for the stars. And if you drive to City Hall in the front window under a sign that reads, "There's educational excellence happening here." There's Sig Torres, who graduated valedictorian of his class and currently on a full scholarship at Stanford University. In fact, we have 4 young Latino men currently on full scholarship at Stanford University from Aurora. They're all reaching for the stars. We know children will be what they see. And for our young Latino students in Aurora, they see other stars who are living the dream as well. Stars like our keynote speaker, Karina Villa, who made history when she was elected to serve as a state representative of the 49th District. I was proud to endorse her campaign. Stand up, Karina. Reaching for the stars. They see stars like the youngest representative in Illinois legislature, 83rd District, State Representative Aurora's own Barbara Hernandez. It's been an honor to work with Barbara these past few months. Stand up, Barbara. She's reaching for the stars. They see stars like Barbara's mentor and the current director of the Illinois Department of Veterans Affairs for the whole state of Illinois, Linda Chapelavia, who blazed a trail in state leadership. If Linda is here, let's give her a round of applause. For the great thing Linda's doing. We know in Aurora that it's not important to simply be diverse. We must be inclusive. We can't simply just be in a room. We need to be around the table where decisions are made. We must applaud trailblazers like 2nd Ward Alderman Wani Garza for her many years of leadership. We must applaud millennial leaders like 1st Ward Alderman Emmanuel Yamas, another attorney from East High, breaking the barriers and becoming the leader of the same ward he grew up in. I was so proud to endorse him. Now, I believe he's affectionately called E-Man for his students. Why don't you stand up one more time, Emmanuel? Emmanuel is reaching for the stars. Bonnie is reaching for the stars. Then there's those long-time Latino leaders in City Hall who has made this city what it is today. Our Chief Community Service Officer and East Aurora School Board Vice President, Dan Barrero. Come on up here, Dan. Come up here. Dan is a star. That's his wife. Our Customer Service Center Manager, Cecilia Soto. Cecilia, join us on stage. She is one of our stars. I know when I took office just over 2 years ago that it was critically important to have a diverse and inclusive staff that reflects our community, particularly in city management. I brought with me my longtime assistant from my law office, and now she is the mayor's office manager, Maria Nicasio Lindsay. Come on up, Maria. She is one of our stars. I knew our neighborhood groups division needed to have a Latino representative who knew the community well. So we brought in Karina Garcia, who is also the president and CEO of the Aurora Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Is Karina in the room? Let's give her a round of applause. One of my first hires was our Chief Innovative Officer and the past chairman of the Hispanic Heritage Advisory Board, Dr. Adrian Merced Holloway. Adrian, can you come up on stage with us? She is one of our stars. And when it was time to hire someone to be the face and voice and inspiration for our youth in Aurora, I already knew of a brilliant high school teacher who was born and raised here. Matter of fact, when I first asked him to join us, he was like, well, I got another year of school, and I got to teach my students. I can't come right now. I don't know if I'll be able to come work with you. And we kept on Simon Rodriguez until he joined the team. Simon Rodriguez is one of our stars. Simon, come up here. Oh, where's Simon? Simon's already up on stage with us. I'll be focused sometime. As I went through our first year, I watched young leaders in City Hall who were doing amazing work and promoted them to leadership positions. A sharp young man who excelled in every position. He is now the Superintendent of Parks and Recreation Department, Gio Santana. Let's give him a round of applause. I don't think Gio Santana, is he coming up? Come on up, Jim. Come on up. Where you at? Where you at, going, brother? Come on up, show his love. Thought he was out hard working for something. And for 20 years, she has worked in our property standards division with excellence. Now she has been promoted into management of that division. Ruthie Harris, come on down, Ruthie. You know, I could be here all day highlighting Latino leaders in City Hall at all levels, but I wanted to give a few examples of those who have reached for the stars and caught them and then made bigger goals and reached even higher. This is what happens here in Aurora. And for all the young people, this is what will happen when you reach for the stars. There's an old adage that says, shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll still be among the stars. Today, look around the room, see everyone here, the young and upcoming, the folks who are established and done so much, and you'll recognize that you are among the stars. Thank you very much. Good morning, and let's have a good day.
We're going to do a quick group picture. Mayor, if you can come back to the podium. Mayor, if you can come back to the podium. Alderman Yamas, if you can come up, please. Next to Maria, please. A couple shots here. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. More shots. Smiling big. Thank you.
One more round of applause for our Latino leadership here at City Hall.
Another Facebook.
All right, thank you so much. All right, we want to go ahead and move forward with our presentation of some youth awards and our scholarship presentations. So, every year what we have with our board is that we take great pride in recognizing so many students in our community. As mentioned earlier, in the areas of a coloring contest, in the areas of posters, essays, youth leadership, which is for our 9th through 11th graders, and then our scholarships, which we, as we heard earlier, the value of education, we also understand the cost of education. So if we can be a help to any student in their college endeavors, that is what we're here to do today. So thank you again. The purchase of your tables, the purchase of 50/50 raffle goes towards scholarships. So we thank you guys once again.
We're going to start with our Youth Award and Scholarship presentation. So students, when you hear your name, please step forward on stage and then stay here, remain for a group photo. Actually, why don't we have all of the recipients, all of the winners come up please, and then line up over here. Wherever you are, come on up, don't be shy. So we like to encourage and start young. Our coloring contest winners. Honorable mention, Yareli Montalvo from Bardwell Elementary School.
Also, before we present, just if you guys have some time at the end, we actually have a table to your left with all the recipients. So if you guys want to check out their coloring depictions and their posters, you're welcome to do so at the end. All right, let's go ahead and begin the presentation.
I'm going to give Yareli another honorable mention from Bardwell Elementary School. And I will ask, let's hold the applause until each category is finished. Honorable mention, Alexa Ramirez from Smith Elementary School. Yareli Montalvo. She's in kindergarten. Alexa Ramirez, also kindergarten, Smith Elementary School. Third place, Jared Guevara, a second grader from Benavides STEAM Academy. Second place, Aileen Cruz, first grade, Benavides STEAM Academy. And our first place winner in the coloring kindergarten through second grade, Sammy Holland from Gombert Elementary School. Also kindergarten. All right, let's have one more round of applause for our wonderful recipients. Our next category for the poster contest, 3rd through 5th grade. Honorable mention goes to Dia Jane, 3rd grade from Gombert Elementary School. Third place, Melissa Guillen from Fred Rogers Magnet Academy. Second place, Darylyn Perez, a 3rd grader from Fred Rogers Magnet Academy. And our first place winner, Anissa Ibarra, 4th grade from Fred Rogers Magnet Academy. Our next category is the essay contest. These were truly wonderful essays written, and I couldn't do them justice. Honorable mention, Harika Naretti, 7th grade, Granger Middle School. Third place, Emily Rodriguez, a 6th grader from Simmons Middle School. Second place, Zoe Taylor, 6th grade, again, Simmons Middle School. And our first place for essay contest winner, Ruby Sarah, 6th grade, Simmons Middle School. Our next category is, I'm sorry, gotta take a picture. Leadership and Service Awards, 9th grade through 11th grade. Our third place winner, although not here, Jocelyn Javier, 11th grade from East Aurora High School. Oh, I'm sorry, she is here. Getting bad info. Our second place winner, who is not here, Jennifer Villa, also 11th grade from East Aurora High School. And our first place winner, again from East Aurora High School, Giovanni Hernandez, 11th grader. Our next category is the scholarship category. We would like to invite 2 of the gold sponsors from our board's annual Dia de los Niños Festival to please come to the stage to help us present and take a picture with our recipients. 2 members from Country Financial, if you can please come up to the stage and help us. And we'd like to thank Country Financial for their support through the years and for being gold sponsors. Country Financial will be presenting to Ashley Gabriel from East Aurora High School. Scholarship winner. If I can please have Anaí Mendoza with Kids Bouncing come up to the stage. Kids Bouncing is another one of our gold sponsors. We're greatly appreciative of their help. Isabel Magana, 2019 Scholarship Award winner from East Aurora High School. Woo! Dora Rodriguez Oseguera from East Aurora High School. Janae Holloway, West Aurora High School. Alexis Juarez from West Aurora High School. Ezekiel Elaine Navarro from West Aurora High School. Helene Quiros from West Aurora High School. Alejandra Campillo from Wabanzi Valley High School. Unfortunately, Alejandra is not with us currently. Another recipient, Jonathan Cordero from Wabanzi Valley High School, is not present, but we'd like to keep him in mind. And Elizabeth Urhammer from Oswego High School. Oswego East High School. Isabel Gonzalez from Aurora Central Catholic High School. Sebastian Gutierrez from Marmion Academy. Sandra Alvarez from Rasmussen College and also an East Aurora High School alum. Stella Barrera from Olivet Nazarene University and a West Aurora High School alum. Samantha Lopez from DePaul University and a West Aurora High School alum. It is through the generous contributions from our donors, the Dunham Fund, West Aurora School District 129, Rush Copley Medical Center, Alderman Emmanuel Lamas, La Chicanita, and Aurora, the City of Lights, as well as everyone's support here through donations, that we are able to award each of these recipients a $1,000 scholarship that helps in their educational pursuits. So thank you.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull the plate. Come on, guys, let's give it up for our scholarship recipients, academic excellence. Congratulations, these are the students who are reaching for the stars, right there? All right. Again, we do also want to recognize two more of our community leaders, if they can please stand to be recognized. Our District 204 Superintendent, Dr. Karen Sullivan. Thank you. And also, speaking of academic excellence, Ms. Cynthia Latimer with the Illinois State Board of Education.
Every year, the Aurora Hispanic Heritage Advisory Board invites a special guest to share some inspirational words, stories about their struggles, and their abilities to overcome those struggles. Our keynote speaker this morning is a true example of overcoming obstacles and of perseverance. She is an amazing woman who is a passionate advocate of education. Her strong record of service to the community through her career in social services, in education, coupled with her life experiences, and whose steadfast belief in equal access to quality education makes her a leader and a voice for our community. It is with profound honor and privilege that we welcome to the stage the 2019 Community Breakfast Keynote Speaker, our Illinois State Representative of the 49th District, Karina Villa.
What an incredible honor. That was a beautiful introduction. I'm like, who's she talking about? First of all, buenas tardes a todos. Good afternoon or morning, sorry. Feels like afternoon. Buenos días a todos. Quiero agradecer a todos los padres que están aquí. Qué orgullo han de sentir todos. Me encanta ver sus caras cuando vienen a tomar fotos de sus estudiantes. Quiero darles un aplauso. Por favor, todos se levantan. Y todos se poner de pie. And all the parents can stand up, please, to receive our honor. I want to send a special message to all of you because, you know, there's a lot of times in our lives as children where we have these grandiose ideas that we think we're going to go out and change the world. And our parents look at us sometimes and they're like, okay, well, that sounds great, but how are you going to do it? As a daughter of immigrant parents, that was a conversation that I had with my mom and my dad when I decided to run for office. They talked to me extensively, and being, you know, a daddy's girl, he immediately said, okay, I'm all in. My mom, on the other hand, being a Republican, being a hardworking woman, decided she wasn't going to jump in right away. I had to prove myself to her, and that was wonderful. That was a great lesson. I had to work hard, go out and do a lot of work before she decided to jump on board with my campaign. In fact, she left to Mexico for about 6 months. For the first 6 months, she was not present at my first fundraiser because she needed to see that I was really serious about running for this seat because it was not going to be an easy seat. She still says to me today, I voted for you. You're a Democrat, I'm a Republican. I voted for you, I gave you a chance. That doesn't mean I'm gonna vote for you again in 2020. So you better work hard. So the reason I share this is because I want to share that message with the parents. Lift up your children, believe in their dreams, but also make sure that you make them work hard and that you encourage them to do hard work. I was very blessed with the balance of a mom who's hard and a dad who's, you know, very giving and spoiling and doting of his daughter. So I was very blessed with this combination. So I just wanted to start off with that message to the parents. Thank you all for all that you do. I also wanted to take an opportunity to express so much gratitude to the Aurora Hispanic Heritage Advisory Board. So if all the members could please stand. Yeah, this is just such a beautiful event that you all have put together for our families and to honor our students. I want to take now just some time to talk about our future. Our future is looking so beautiful from where I stand. Standing here and looking out at all of our future leaders is so amazing. I took down a few names because as I was watching all of you come to the stage, I had a vision. I had a vision of engineers, of our future president, of a future board member. I had visions of a CEO. I had visions of community activists. I see Jared Guevara, I see Melissa Guillen, I see Ruby Becerra, and I see them being successful, amazing human beings that come back to Aurora and contribute to their community, the community that lifted them up. I see Giovanni Hernandez's smile, and I picture him being one of our future presidents. Where's Giovanni? Where's Giovanni? Look at that smile, isn't it contagious? Oh my goodness, I just see him doing great things. I see Isabel Magaña, and I see the rest of the students who received awards, and I think that all of you currently have the same amount of responsibility as I do. The responsibility of being a leader. You are leaders. You were given an award today because of your leadership. That is a responsibility that we have to hold very, very carefully and make sure that we stand up to that responsibility that we've been given as leaders. So I want to talk to each one of you as a fellow leader. What does that mean? How do we continue to be leaders? When someone says you are a leader, what do we have to do? What should our behavior be? The first piece of advice that I'm going to give you is that you need to stay humble. What that means is that you need to walk into a room, and even though you're a leader, that means that you're going to say hi to everybody. You're going to treat everyone the same way. You see someone sitting by themselves, you're going to go over and introduce yourself to them. You're going to watch people like Mayor Irvin. When he walks into a room, he gives the same warm welcome to every single person, whether it's the person serving our food or it's our Congressman Bill Foster. Watch the way that Richard Irvin carries himself. That is what it means to be humble. All of us have to remember that lesson as we're moving up, because we are now leaders and we have to show others what leadership means. The next thing that I want everyone to remember, as a leader, we have to stay healthy. We have to stay healthy with our minds, which means we need to talk to people if we're feeling sad, talk to people if we're feeling angry. We need to learn how to manage our emotions. We need to learn that it's okay to ask for help if we're feeling sad or if we need assistance. It is okay. I stand here in front of all of you and I tell you that I ask for help on a regular basis from my team, because I can't do it alone. I have a team who supports me every step of the way. I didn't get here by myself, okay? So all of you leaders out there, that's something that I'm really counting on you for. Stay healthy. Sometimes that means we're gonna put away our phone, we're gonna get rid of social media for the day, we're gonna go out, we're gonna do some exercise, we're gonna take care of our bodies, because once we're healthy in our minds, once we're healthy with our bodies, we can achieve more, okay? So these are very important points. The next thing that I want everyone to remember is that you need to develop community relationships. All of you are leaders. So guess what you can do now as leaders? You can talk to other leaders. You can reach out to Mayor Irvin. You can reach out to me as your state representative. You can reach out to Representative Barbara Hernandez and say, I'd like to sit down and talk to you about some of my ideas, some of my leadership ideas. That's what we're here for, because now we're in a community of leaders. You are all a leader just like me. I want you to develop those relationships because it's going to be very important in the future in terms of our politics in the state of Illinois. What Alejandra said, and I think that she left. Did Alejandra leave? The young lady who spoke earlier? Yes. Her speech should make us very angry. And that anger should turn into action. We need to become very upset at the fact that our Latinos are not getting educated at the rates that they should be. They should be going to college. And we need to not just say we're investing in schools, we need to do it. We need to hold politicians accountable. You all need to hold me accountable. And you all need to prepare yourselves, my future leaders, my current leaders. You need to prepare yourselves to get to the point where you are sitting at the boardroom table, where you are sitting as a state representative, where you are sitting as the governor of the state of Illinois, to make the important decisions that our Latino students need. And you know what I really understand in politics, and what I've understood in my career, that if students can't see someone in a certain career, they can't even imagine that it's possible. You are all now seeing me. You are all now seeing Representative Hernandez. You are all now seeing Mayor Richard Irvin. And guess what? That means that you can do it. You can get here and you can get higher than where we are at. You need to be higher than where we are at. That is the responsibility that we are passing on to you. Reach out to us. I'm giving you big responsibilities because I know that each and every one of you can accomplish it. Having your voice heard is critical. Getting involved in politics is critical. There is something coming up called the census. The census is where we count people. We count people and determine by how many people are where. That's where resources go to. But parents have to fill out their census. I want all of you to be educated on what that means. What is the census and how can I encourage my parents to apply for the census? Once you apply for the census, that means better things for all of our communities, including Aurora. Every single person's responsibility, if you live in the state of Illinois, if you live in the United States, it's your responsibility to fill out your census. I want this leadership from one leader to another. I want you all to help me out with this first step in your future in politics. Help us spread the word about filling out the census, about getting services to our community. As future leaders, as current leaders, I extend my arm out to all of you. Reach out to me, reach out to my office. I will always have time for you. I will always have time to sit down and talk to you. And my wonderful summer intern right here, Andrea, will make sure that we will fit it in our schedule that I can sit and have conversations with you. I'm very proud of all of you. I'm very proud to share the stage with each and every one of you today. Thank you so much for the honor of having me here today, and have a great rest of your summer.
In appreciation for her valuable time, her words of wisdom, and the beautiful sentiments she shared, the Hispanic Heritage Advisory Board would like to present a small token of appreciation to our keynote speaker. Thank you so much, Representative Karina Villa.
You didn't know, she just got a really sweet gift basket, some City of Aurora swag. So thank you to AHHAB for putting that together. She's amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Representative Karina Villa. Once again, we do want to take the time to thank our event sponsors. And at this time, if you guys can, if you're representatives from these organizations, please stand to be recognized. Because of you, we're allowed to have these events and raise funds for scholarships. So once again, the Dunham Fund, and we have two representatives from the Dunham Fund. If you can please stand to be recognized. West Aurora School District 129. Rush Copley Medical Center. Alderman of the First Ward, Emmanuel Llamas. And if you notice in the middle of your table, you have some amazing mini conchas. I didn't know they made those, but that's awesome. La Chicanita Bakery, who serves our community for so many years. Thank you so much. We'd now like to move on to our community awards. So the first community award we'd like to present this morning is the 2019 Pete Perez Award. This award was created as a tribute to a man who made a real difference in our community. Pete Perez, a former Chicago Bear and Aurora Police Department Sergeant, exhibited unparalleled community service, commitment to the Hispanic Latino community, and genuine servant leadership. It is our honor to introduce this year's Peter J. Perez Award recipient. But if we can also have his son, that's Pete Perez, if you can please come up to present this, please. Give a round of applause. Sheriff Pete Perez, representatives of his family. And again, it is our honor to introduce this year's Peter J. Perez Award recipient, Mr. Felipe Rocha.
Simon said I couldn't give a long speech, so he shortened up my bio, and he shortened up pretty much everything that I turned into. So I want to thank everybody in here. Honestly, I've been here since I was 16 years old. I've been in the shoes of all the high school students. I grew up with a lot of people in here, Simon, all the Manyamas. So I want to thank you guys for investing in me. I'm an example of leadership in Aurora, but more importantly, invest in your children, because I'm an example of what happens when you invest in your children. Thank you to my mom and my dad for everything they did for me. My beautiful wife, who supported me since I was in college. I didn't have any couches, any TVs in my apartment. I told her I'm going to quit my job at Old Second and I'm going to be a country financial agent. Take it to my boss, who hired me at 20 years old. I told him that I wanted to make a difference in the Latino community, and he said, yeah, whatever. Thank you to Kevin. Thank you to everybody here. Like I said, I've been here since I was 16 years old. You all inspired me to be better, a better person, a better man, a better father. So thank you on behalf of me and my family. Thank you.
Thank you. One more round of applause for Felipe Rocha. All right. The words of Representative Villa, who just spoke earlier, she mentioned our kids can become what they see. So kids, just know that the work you start now, as Felipe mentioned, at 16, and now years later, he's just doing great things for our community. So thank you again, Felipe. Okay, moving on to our next award. So our next award is dedicated to a true champion of community service in Aurora. When you think of a volunteer, this is probably the first person you come to mind, right? If you're planning a big event, call her. Just kidding. But she's just a selfless human being. The Delia Nila Basile Award recognizes and honors an Aurora community individual, organization, or business that demonstrates exemplary leadership with its selfless acts of time and dedication to advance, promote, and enhance the impact of the Aurora Hispanic Heritage Advisory Board within our community. So this year, we want to introduce the Delia Nila Basile Award, but first, if we can have Miss Delia Nila Basile, who's here with us today, to come up to present the award. Give her a round of applause, please. Some of you know her as well as Dee. And as Dee makes her way up to the stage, please welcome this year's Delia Nila Basile Award recipient, the Fox Valley Park District. So please welcome them for all their community service and efforts for the Hispanic community.
Is everyone here from the Park District? Did you all come up? Well, there's a couple of you missing. Come on. Come on. Yes.
One more round of applause for the Fox Valley Park District.
To our community, I'm very mumuch humbled to have this recognition for our frontline forces in the Fox Valley Park District. We've been on a mission for the last 4 years of a pillar of social equality, to not be a privileged and elite organization, but to provide recreational access for an entire community, because it's your right. It's not a privilege. And so for our Fox Valley Park District staff to work towards our goals of being inclusive to a community, it's very, very important. I want to thank our leaders at the school districts, our other units of local government, and all the demonstrated examples that you've given myself to make sure that we are inclusive at the Fox Valley Park District. We will continue to work on this mission, and we thank you very much for the recognition and support. Have a great day.
And a round of applause, Executive Director Jim Pilmer and his team. Thank you so much. All right, our final community award today represents some of the most important figures in our community, and I think that's an understatement. And that is those are our amazing educators. Any educator in the room, please stand to be recognized for all the hard work and dedication to our students. Thank you to all the teachers and administrators for all your hard work. And enjoy your summer. Some of you are not there yet, but you'll get there. All right. The Maria S. Merced Outstanding Teacher Award was created to honor the legacy of Maria Merced, a bilingual special education teacher. This award acknowledges and recognizes the deep dedication and commitment of our teachers in the city of Aurora through generous donations from Earth Mover Credit Union and the Merced Holloway family. If I can actually ask Dr. Holloway, representatives of her family, as well as representatives from Earth Mover Credit Union, I think Larissa is here today, to come on up please to say a few words and to present the awards of the award recipients this year.
Good morning, good morning. This is such a beautiful event. I'm always so ecstatic and humbled when I have the opportunity to be at the Hispanic Heritage Advisory Board breakfast, because at the very least, it is an opportunity to feel this sense of hope and support and encouragement. As mentioned by Richard Urban, I was a member of the Hispanic Board several years ago, and being involved in this breakfast and being able to recognize the work and efforts of our young people was paramount. But I also felt that we were not recognizing the teachers that were so instrumental in the success of the young people that we're celebrating today. And I was reminded of the work and dedication of my own mother, who had her own set of challenges before she decided that she was going to overcome them and become a bilingual special ed teacher. And any teacher out there knows how difficult it is to become a teacher, to become a certified bilingual teacher, and then to become a certified bilingual special ed teacher. That's a lot of work and a lot of dedication. And this is a woman who had 3 wonderful children, the oldest probably being the greatest. but also a lot of responsibilities, and decided to go back to school after just completing a high school education. And I offered an idea to the board and said, can we include a celebration and a recognition to our teachers? And not just a recognition to the work that they do, but the efforts that they make are often quantified through out-of-pocket expenses that they make themselves. So I wanted this recognition not only to be celebrated by our community, but to support some of that financial commitment through a monetary gift. When I presented this, they thought this was a wonderful idea and allowed me this platform in order to present. And also, almost immediately, Earth Mover Credit Union joined in and became a co-sponsor of this. And they've been such for the last 3 years. This is a new award. So I'm happy to have Earth Movers here with us to celebrate. And I also wanted to share, I recused myself from reviewing the applications this year because I was familiar with some of the applicants. However, when I had an opportunity to review their bios, I was just struck by how much of an alignment the winners were with my mother's history. The barriers, again, that were overcome by Roxana. The idea of shifting from a degree program that was successful from international business, like Laura Gonzalez, and says, you know, I want to give back to my community. And I decided to go back to school, and that's what she did. And all of them, both of them, are being recognized not only for their commitment as teachers, but for their interest in supporting other teachers as well. So our first recipient is Roxana Arecibo. She's here today. Roxana is currently a teacher at Nancy Hill Elementary. And I have with me the representing the Holloway family, my husband Vincent and my daughter Janae. My sister Angelique Merced was unable to make it today, but we are committing our finances to support our teachers. And I am extremely pleased, one of the reasons why I recused myself from reviewing applications, to announce the next winner, Laura Gonzalez. And if anyone knows Laura, talk about an infectious mind. If Laura brings into the classroom any of this energy and happiness and dedication, I know her students love her to death. So I want to thank you, Laura, for everything that you've done and your willingness to give up a career that you studied for to go back into the classroom and be a bilingual special ed teacher. And not only that, to be a mentor to teachers and an advocate for teachers to be recognized both in a union respect but also in your school. Thank you, Laura. Big checks are fun, but real checks are forthcoming.
That's right. Come on.
wasn't supposed to talk, and the problem is, if you know me, I love talking. I even asked Simon, I said, Simon, do I gotta say something? He's like, no. And I said, thank God, and here I am asking to talk. I just wanted to thank the advisory board, also to the Puerto Rican Cultural Council who actually nominated me. The irony is I helped nominate for another teacher, and when I got the award, I thought they made an error. I just wanted to say, as a teacher, the biggest responsibility is these children. And for me, this responsibility I take to heart. And I get emotional because I see so much potential in these kids. And it is a great honor to be a teacher. Not just a teacher, a second mother, a psychologist, a nurse. You name it, I'm that person. And it is honestly an honor to be up here and represent not just me. I am just a little grain amongst so many amazing teachers. And there are scholarships and there are kids that are here being represented because they have potential. And I just want you guys to know that I take the award, honestly, humbly, but I really want to also dedicate my award to every single educator out there because I am just one. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I feel honored to receive something very important in my life, an award that it means a lot to me, being recognized for something I love to do. As a little one, homeless kid and very poor, my only dream was to become a teacher. And I believe that teachers can make a difference in a child's life. Children out there need us and we can shape their future. Education is a key to success. Education is hope. Education is everything that you can have and can make a difference in their lives. Thank you so much, and I'm really nervous, as you can see.
One more round of applause to these two amazing educators. Felicidades. Okay, moving on. Last year we awarded a Lifetime Achievement Award to the late and great Art Velasquez, who many of you know as just a champion for our community, whom we lost a few years ago. And in that same regard and with profound honor, we want to take a moment to recognize a lifetime of achievement and advocacy for our board and our community. Please help us welcome to the stage once more the current Mayor of Aurora as he presents a special Lifetime Achievement Award on behalf of the Aurora Hispanic Heritage Advisory Board. So it is just with great honor that we pay homage to a great man, the late Mayor Thomas J. Weisner. Please give him a round of applause.
Let me please read this award. The City of Aurora Hispanic Heritage Advisory Board Lifetime Achievement Award. Mayor Tom Weisner, thank you for your unending support for AHHAB, for being an advocate for community and a champion for our youth. June 16, 2019. Can Marilyn Weisner please stand with me on the stage so I can present this award on behalf of Tom Weisner.
you. Tom would be so honored to receive this recognition. He was always so appreciative and impressed by the Hispanic community in Aurora for several reasons. First of all, for the tremendous work ethic and the contributions that are made by the Hispanic community. He often talked about recent Hispanic immigrants who would come to this country and work long hours at hard, low-paying jobs for 2 or 3 years, and then start their own businesses and become significant contributors to our economy. He was also impressed, notwithstanding Alejandra's talk this morning about the low representation of numbers of Hispanics in colleges. He was very impressed by the interest and drive and education of the Hispanic community, and there's so many young Hispanic men and women who attended college and became professionals and contributors to our community and also contributors to our economy. And he was also impressed by the family values of the Hispanic community, and I think the Anglo-Saxon Americans in this country can learn a lot from the Hispanic community about family and family values. So thank you so much for this award, and thank you so much, all of you in this room, all your leadership and your contributions to this community. Thank you.
In closing, and before we bring an end to such a wonderful experience, many thanks to the chairs of our community breakfast from the Hispanic Heritage Advisory Board, Ashley Ellison Martinez, Simon Rodriguez, and Tayoma Arroyo. It has been a true honor to be amongst you guys today. And in closing, on behalf of my colleagues on the Aurora Hispanic Heritage Board, to the attendees, we express our deepest gratitude for your support. To our sponsors who have contributed so meaningfully. We couldn't do this without your support. To the award recipients, again, we express collectively our awe and admiration. In this room, this morning, we have honored our future, our youth. As you leave, we invite you to take with you the words of Leonardo da Vinci, a man not only of immense artistic ability, but a great thinker. Learning is the only thing the mind never exhausts, never fears, and never regrets. Have a great day, everyone, and see you next year.
Beautiful words, but before you leave, I'm sorry.